Hey guys, welcome back. So in today's video we are doing a Sephora VIB sale. So the sale unfortunately is over. It was 15% off, but don't worry, at the end of the year it comes back around again for 20% off. But still, 15% off is 15% off, so I definitely took advantage and I have quite a bit of stuff to show you. I know I like to talk about drugstore, more affordable makeup, but every now and then I do like to throw in high-end and just let you guys know what is worth buying. So there are a couple things that I already know I'm not really crazy about, and there are some things that I really do love. So a lot of these things I've already tried, so I can kind of give you a mini review. However, I do kind of want to breeze through this video a little bit so it's not too long. So if there's anything in this video that you guys would like to see in the future, maybe you get ready with me using new products, reviews, tutorials, just let me know in the comments down below if there's anything that stands out to you that you guys would like to see. Alright, so let's just get started. So a lot of this stuff, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I don't even know where to begin. My boyfriend so kindly bought me most of this stuff, which I was just like, okay. There's a lot of stuff in here. I think we should start with highlighters because that's the best part. And if you saw my last video, I actually showed this in that one, and it's the ANASTASIA Glow Kit. These are relatively new, and this is the one in that glow. There are two palettes. This is the more golden one, of course. I prefer more of a golden highlight. It looks just better on my skin tone. But look at the size of these pans. I was really impressed of how big the pans are. I believe these are $40, which I think is a pretty good price for the size that you get. And I really like the idea that you can just kind of play around and mix your own shades. So I've just been liking customizing my own highlight, and I've actually really been liking it. I do find these give a softer glow, which I actually really do like. It has a really pretty finish over your cheeks, but if you want a more intense look, I definitely suggest wetting your brush or using a little bit of Fix Plus. It is actually from Ulta, but you can find it at Sephora as well. It's by Urban Decay, and it's the GWEN Stefani blush palette. I'm not someone who's into blushes really, but this palette I really do like because there's a lot of warm tones, a lot of neutral colors, and there's even a couple shades in here that you can use as highlights. So I've actually really been enjoying this. I got it when it was on sale. I believe it was about 50% off, and I think I saw Sephora having a similar sale. I find that it's very pigmented and just very neutral colors that I think is going to go with a lot of different skin tones, but keep in mind they are very shimmery blushes. This one I also think I mentioned, and this is by Urban Decay. It's one of their new Afterglow highlighters. This is in the color Sen, and I feel like this is probably going to be the most popular one because it is that more golden highlight. I absolutely love the packaging. It's very sleek, and unfortunately I did drop the highlight, so there is a little chunk missing there, but still this is a very pigmented highlight. It's going to give you that in your face glow. It's not too gold to where I think even lighter skin tones can pull this off, so I really have been enjoying this if you like a more intense highlight. This was another one that I actually picked up at Ulta. This is by Laura Geller, and this is one of their new baked gelato swirl illuminators in peach glow. I actually ended up ordering this online because they did like an early release for, I don't know, their members, and I actually ordered it before ever swatching it. And in the photos I was expecting something a lot more peach with more of a golden reflect to it, but to me actually it's kind of lighter than I was expected. It's a little bit too light for my skin tone, so this might work out for me when I have like no self tanner on, but overall I would definitely recommend Gilded Honey over this one. This one's just not quite as pigmented and it's a little lighter than I thought. So this is actually the one I have on right now. It's a very soft highlight, which I actually really do like. I love the texture of this product because I feel like it's going to cater to people who have larger pores, maybe textured skin around their cheeks, where you have trouble finding a highlight that's not really going to accentuate all that uneven texture. So this is the perfect formula. It's by Laura Mercier, and it's their Matte Radiance highlight, and this is not a matte highlight. It's still going to give you a nice glow, as you can see. Not super intense, but I just love the way it looks on the skin. My only thing with this highlight is the color. I just wish it was a little bit more golden, or they had more shades to choose from. This is what it looks like here. It kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like a pink champagne color. It's a beautiful highlight. I'll show you guys a close-up swatch so you can see. It's very soft. It feels really nice on the skin. I just really like how it just gives you a soft glow. So I definitely been liking this. And the last highlight I got, of course, it was one of those products that I got sucked in right before checking out. It's by Hourglass. It's one of our ambient lighting powders. And actually when I was in store, I was swatching one because I really wanted to pick one up, but I just couldn't bring myself to buy a $50 like highlight that's not really going to give you a super noticeable glow. I mean, in the packaging you can tell it's a small product. Seriously, this is like the size of an eyeshadow. And even the color itself I'm not too crazy about, so I have a feeling I'm probably going to end up returning this because I just feel like I'm never going to use it. I haven't actually used it yet, so I will try it out before returning it, but I just think it's going to be one of those products that's going to go back. Alright, so that is it for the highlights. Now, there are a couple, I don't know, a kind of mix of stuff here. I think, no, I haven't talked about this yet. It's by Urban Decay. It's their new Naked Skin One and Done. I would say this is like a BB cream, and I got in the shade Medium Light. And, you know, I'm pretty satisfied with my NYX BB cream. I've bought that several times, but I just kind of wanted to give this a go because I have heard a lot of people talking about this, raving about it, and I just want to try it out for myself. This does have SPF 20, and I believe this is supposed to take the place of your moisturizer as well, so it protects your skin, moisturizes it, and evens out your skin tone. However, I know this is a BB cream, but I feel like I get more coverage out of my NYX one, so I don't know, I'm not super impressed with it. I feel like it's not really working well with my Nivea Men Post Shave Balm either, because that's like my everyday primer, and I feel like every time I use this BB cream with it, it kind of starts to like peel off my skin. It's really weird. I'm still trying to play around with it, but so far I'm not super impressed with it. This one, however, I did use in one of my previous videos. It's by NARS, and this is their Matte Velvet Skin Tint. And for some reason, I really just wanted to try this out because I know a lot of BB creams tend to have more of a dewy, luminous finish, and the fact that this one was more of a matte finish, I don't know, it got me really excited. I got in the color Light Number 2 Alaska, and this also has SPF 30, which is definitely a plus. So I really do like this. I've used it several times. I feel like it lasts a really long time on the skin. And you know, when I first bought this, I was expecting something like a BB cream since it is called a skin tint. But to be honest, guys, I feel like it definitely gives you a medium to almost full coverage depending on like what you have to cover up and what tool you use. I did use a beauty blender this last time, and that kind of gave me more of a medium coverage. And then I used a dense foundation brush, and that definitely gave me more of a full coverage. So I've really been enjoying this product because it really does give you a matte finish. Feels very comfortable on the skin, although you do have to set it with the powder, and it lasts all day. So I've really been enjoying this. I will definitely continue wearing it and keep you guys updated on that as well, because I think this is a really good product, and it's going to be really good for those of you with oily skin that want to wear something like a BB cream. Speaking of beauty blenders, I finally picked one up. I don't know, I tried to remember. I think I used to have a beauty blender. I really can't remember, but I finally got one. I got the black one. It's dirty because I've been using it. So far, I've really been liking it. It is very soft. For the past, I don't know, year and a half, I've been using the Real Techniques sponge, and I've been loving that one. That one's a different shape than the Beauty Blender, so I really do like how it has that flat edge. I do really like it, but I feel like the Real Techniques one is definitely something that if you have it, you don't need to go out and spend the 20 bucks on this. I feel like the Real Techniques one does the same as this. I did buy a few powders, and this one I'm really excited to talk to you guys about. It's by Cover FX. This is the Illuminating Setting Powder. The only bad thing about this powder is it only comes in 2 shades. This one in medium, and they do have a light one. And the light was almost like a white powder. It was very, very light. Perfect for those of you with pale skin. And the medium one is very dark. It's actually what I use to bronze my skin today because it's just too dark for my skin tone, even when I am self-tanned. But I love the finish of this powder. It just really does give you a luminous finish. I always like to set my makeup because when I go with a bronzer, my contour powder, it just glides on a lot smoother. And this just allowed my bronzer and anything I put over top to glide on. So I have really been liking this. I'm almost considering getting the light one and kind of mixing the two to make my own perfect shade. I did pick up a new Laura Mercier translucent powder because I actually ran out of mine. And that one I actually had for a long time. I had the mini one as well, so I just reordered the mini one. I only use this to bake, like my under eyes or my contour, or anywhere I just really want my foundation and concealer to set into place. I think this was just around $20. but I have recently been using the RCMA No Color Powder. It's actually what I used to bake today, and I have really been liking this. It kind of took me a while to get used to it because I've been liking my Laura Mercier one for so long. And you get a ton of product in here. It's 3 ounces, 12 bucks. I know it's definitely being talked about a lot here on YouTube and Instagram recently, and I definitely think it's worth it. So this is something I never thought I would purchase. It's by... AC just kicked in. I need to turn that off because it would be annoying in the video. Alright, so I had to go shut that off because last time I let the AC go in a video, you could hear it and I couldn't even use that video because it was just so loud. Anyways, where were we? Oh, so we were talking about the Makeup Forever primer. Now, I never thought I would have to buy this because this is the mattifying one, and for those of you who have watched my videos, you know I have more normal to dry skin. But more recently, I don't know what it is, my nose has been getting kind of oily. It's kind of calmed down, but for a little while there, my foundation was just kind of breaking apart on my nose. So I thought about trying this because I hear so many people rave about it. And again, this is the little mini one. I just like to purchase these smaller ones for things I know I'm not going to go through very quickly, or I'm not sure if I'm actually going to like. I really want to get like the hydrating or nourishing one. I have the smoothing one, and it's one of the best smoothing primers I have. If you can, just try one of these small bottles because a little goes a long way and they will last you a while. Now this foundation I actually wanted to mention, it's actually a brand that you can find at Ulta. It's a newer brand. It's by FIONA Styles. It's the matte finish foundation, and I believe it was TARTE that was the one that was raving about this foundation, so I definitely want to try it out for myself. I picked up the number 02, which is way too light for me, so I need to go back and exchange it so I can actually try this foundation out. I haven't even used it yet because the color is just completely off from my skin tone, but it seems to have a really nice finish, and I really do like the packaging. It's very nice. This was a $30 foundation, and I mean, I think that's pretty good for a higher end foundation. It's a smoked glass bottle. It has a pump, and I love the color that all the products are. It's like this deep purple. I think it's really pretty. TARTE recently came out with an entire Rainforest of the Sea line, and there actually are a couple products within that line that I want to try out. But for now, I just picked up the concealer because, I don't know, I've never seen a concealer in like packaging like this. I got it in the shade light medium, which was the most yellow toned concealer or shade that I saw, and the packaging is so pretty. I love how all of it has this kind of gold to purple ombre, and the applicator is huge. It's this huge like doe foot applicator, as you guys can see. I actually used it today, but one thing though I can already smell it just from opening it is, if you guys know what MAC's Pro Longwear concealer smells like, it smells exactly like that. Like it smells it smells just like paint. It's not a very good smell, but I do feel like it gives you a really good coverage. It's very similar to something kind of like the Pro Longwear concealer, but just a little bit thinner, not quite as heavy as Pro Longwear, but I've only used it a couple times, so I'm still kind of testing it out. Now I got a few eyeshadows as well. I think only a couple. I got one of the Kat Von D Shade Light Eye Contour Quads, and if you guys saw one of my last videos, I actually used this one, and this is the Sage Quad, which I just think is so beautiful because of that matte deep green color right there. I just think it's so unique. I don't have anything else like it in my collection, and automatically I was just drawn to picking up this one first. I actually do want to eventually collect all of them, but this one I thought was the most unique, that I don't really have anything else like it. I've been wanting to try out the BUXOM eyeshadows for a while, and I finally decided to create my own because I just got to swatching them and they're all so incredibly pigmented. So I made my little palette here, so you can choose 6 shadows. Comes with the palette for $40, which comes out to be cheaper versus buying the shadows individually. I think the shadows individually are pretty expensive, maybe around like 12, 14 bucks, so much better deal just to create your own palette. And I mean, this is just a totally random palette. None of these colors really go except for maybe these 2 middle shades. But let me show you guys. This silver color right here, this was the one that really just drew me in, that I just had to have. It's literally like liquid silver. It's so pigmented. I definitely want to do a look using it, but all these shadows just seem to be very buttery, very pigmented. So if you guys want to see a look using these, just let me know, because this silver color, man, can you see that? dang. This one I am so excited about. So I never thought I would buy one of these because I just think they're so overpriced. But dang, it's good. It's by STILA and it's their magnificent, why can't I say that? Metal foil finish eyeshadow. And I got the one in metallic pixie dust. They are such gorgeous shadows, but they are $32. And I'm sorry, that's a little too expensive for an eyeshadow. But you guys will see. You guys will see. It is so pretty and I don't have anything else like it. So I just had to get it. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is so pretty and magical and it just reminds me of like unicorns because it is so pretty. It has this really nice golden green reflect to it. I definitely want to do a look using this, although I hate to do that because it's such an expensive product. But if you guys want to see it, let me know because I'm dying to use this eyeshadow. It does come with like this whole little kit here, which I guess is why they're so expensive. So it comes with this little mixing palette, the Stay All Day liquid eye primer with a little dropper. So I guess you're supposed to maybe mix it with the eyeshadow, use it before. I'm not really sure. I haven't used it yet. Although I think even without the primer, they are super pigmented on their own. One more product to talk about and then all the rest are lip products because you guys know I'm just a lipstick junkie. So I got quite a few. But I did finally get one of the ANASTASIA tinted brow gels. I've actually never used one of these before. I have the clear brow gel, which I do really like, but I don't know, I just wanted to try it out because I always hear people raving about them. I just wanted to see what the hype was about. So I picked mine up in the color brunette. It definitely adds more warmth to my brows, which I think I do like because the brow pencil I use is very ashy. So it kind of makes my brows look a little bit more neutral. I still love my drugstore one, like the NYX, the NYX eyebrow gel and the Essence Make Me Brow. Very similar to the Benefit Gimme Brow. So I still really do like those, but I do like this as well. Okay, so now we're getting into lipsticks, which is personally my favorite part. Next to highlighters, lipsticks are my favorite. And this is one of the Kat Von D liquid lipsticks. And this is in the color Noble. And I don't know if you guys can tell, maybe not, probably not, but I've really been getting into nude lipsticks. I would say maybe like a year ago, I never really wore nude lipstick. This is extremely light. It's a very, very nude lipstick. It has a nice peach undertone to it, but how I like using this is kind of mixing it with other nude lipsticks or just using it on the center of my lips. I think it's such a pretty color. It goes with a lot of my nudes, so I have really been liking this, and I really do like these Kat Von D liquid lipsticks. I want to get more. I have quite a few, but she has just so many shades that I want them all. I just want everything. I need to chill. I got two ANASTASIA lip products. One is one of their new liquid lipsticks. Have you guys seen her new lipsticks that she released? I want them all. I mean, I'm telling you guys, I want everything, but I really want those. I ended up getting ASHTON because I just feel like this is one that I was seeing everywhere and it just seems like a nice neutral color. I actually wore this earlier today and it looks a lot darker on me than I see like how it looks in photos. So it's definitely one of those colors that's going to look different on everybody. Because I was expecting something a little bit more neutral, and this is definitely a deeper lipstick on me. I think it's a beautiful color. It has more of that red warm undertone. And something else that is kind of new for me is I've really been getting into glosses. So I've really been getting into glosses, and this is the Terra gloss, which I've actually been eyeing this one for a while. So I finally picked it up. It's a little bit deeper than I'm used to. A lot of the glosses that I do wear are just mostly nude glosses, but this is such a pretty color. I'm just a sucker for these brown, warm colors, especially lip colors. I haven't actually worn it yet, but I will definitely get use out of it soon. It might even look nice layered over top of something like ASHTON. Now, I have never tried these STILA liquid lipsticks, mainly because they're a little pricey, and I got this in the color Caramello. I really like the formula of them. They are a tiny bit drying, but still pretty comfortable. I mean, I was able to wear it all day long, no problem. However, my friend was kind of going through my lipsticks. I always carry like a bag of lipsticks in my purse, and I actually had Magic Wand from ColourPop in there, and when you swatched them side by side, they were extremely similar. I wouldn't say they are an exact dupe, but close enough to where you don't need both. So if you've been wanting this one and you don't mind something with a slightly different formula, try the ColourPop in Magic Wand. This is the Ultra Satin, so it's not really a liquid lipstick, but I find like these Ultra Satins still have a very matte finish. I would say the main difference is it's not going to completely dry down like a liquid lipstick, to where they're still going to transfer a little bit, but still beautiful shades. You don't need both. And the last two things I have to talk about are actually these Sephora color lip lasts. They are just like their long wearing lipsticks. I've actually never tried these before, but I got to swatching them and they had some really pretty neutral colors. I peeled off the sticker from the packaging and put it on the lipstick so I can remember and be able to share with you guys what the colors they are. So I picked up Cinnamon Crush and Brown is Back. So they're both, you know, your everyday neutral colors. I have worn them a couple times and I do have to say they are extremely drying. Like, they are very, very matte. So if you are not someone who likes a super matte lipstick, you probably won't like these, because I do find that they dried out my lips just a little bit. I mean, I'm someone who's not really bothered by liquid lipstick, so just keep that in mind. But if you are wanting a long-lasting lipstick, these are it. Alright you guys, so that is it for this video. Thumbs up if you made it to the end, because I feel like this, even though I said I was going to try to breeze through these products, it's ended up being a long video. So sorry about that, but thank you for those of you who do enjoy longer videos. So like I mentioned before, if there's anything in this video you guys would like to see in a tutorial in a future video, just let me know in the comments down below, or I can just do a whole nother get ready with me and we'll just use a bunch of these products. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!